Saffron in beer? I don't know. Today we're going to try the Lusse Lelle from the Brewery Brekeriet, and we need to mention the Swedish holiday tradition called Lucia, which occurs 13th of December each year, because this beer has to do with the Swedish holiday tradition Lucia and the Swedish saffron bun that is eaten around that time. And why not? Let's also talk about ideas for brewing with saffron. Let's get started. I'm Dr. Hans, this is Dr. Hans Brewery, my channel about beer and homebrewing. So if you want to learn with me how to become better at beer and brewing, consider becoming a subscriber, hit that little bell, and yeah, thumbs up this video. So, saffron in beer, why not? So let's just mention Lucia, why we pour this beer. Lucia is a Swedish tradition. 13th of December we celebrate Lucia, and now it has to do with, I will link to the Chinese opener and also the Spiegelei IPA glass. Now the Swedish tradition, we have a special choir with special clothes, and they're singing songs, and it has to do now with a saint from Sicily, but called Lucia. But as always, when you're getting back further in time with all the Swedish tradition, they no longer has to do anything with the Christian thing. It just gets weird and darker and maybe a little bit scary. And around Lucia we eat this bun called Lussebulle, Lusse bun. It's also called a Lusse cat. I don't know what that has to do. I don't know why really. If you're Sweden, know why. Has it to do with Lucifer and the cat, something like that? Because, as I said, all Swedish tradition, if you go further back, they get super weird and crazy. So why not? So, ooh, look at that color. There's a lot of floaters in this beer. Don't mind that at all. What a beer. Let me see if I can get a better color for you. It's the saffron really made the color of this beer. And I'm thinking already, when can we add saffron to a beer? Of course, you should do it at Lucia, because the saffron bun plays a really important role in the celebration of Lucia. Like I said, we have a special choir, and people go to see kids doing that choir when they're singing in lines with holding candles in the hair and shit. And also, as normal traditions, the youth stays up all night, get drunk and get pregnant and all of that. So like the normal thing. Lucia, it has a lot to do with the bun. Have you had this? Comment down below. The beer is from Sweden, from a Swedish brewery. Let me see if we can get all of the floaters in there also. This is a wild fermented beer with saffron. It contains barley malt, wheat malt, rye, sugar, hops, lactic acid bacteria, yeast and saffron. Cool, and I'm so in love with that color. Woo. Let's give it. It's a sour beer. Okay, but let's see if we can get the Lussebulle feeling, because And the word Lusse Lelle, there's a song called Lusse Lelle. Don't get much saffron on the nose, but I do get like the sourness. Like a Berliner Weisse sour, the lactose sourness. No like baby vomits, something like that. If you knew your sours, you know what I'm talking about. Really like clean sour, which you could expect from like maybe a kettle sour, something like that. Okay, let's dive in. Cheers. Good level of sourness. This is a 6.5% beer. Do I get the saffron? This is a really nice sour beer. So if you have the chance, go and get it. This is available at the store, the Swedish store Systembolaget. Systembolaget is the only store here in Sweden which is allowed to sell beer over 3.5% ABV. And of course they are owned by the government. Really clean, fresh, sour beer. Really likes, the mouth really like salivates, so it drinks really well, really refreshing. No sign of alcohol notes at all. The saffron, I get it on the back end, but it mostly in that color of that beer. Should we try it with a bun? Of course we should. Cheers. The most often like raisins here also. There are raisins in this, I can see it, but often you garnish it with raisins. Cheers. Yes, goes really well with the bun. So when I think saffron and beer, I'm thinking Easter. But that's just the color. Maybe we could do like an Easter New England IPA with saffron, because Easter here in Sweden is about chicken and the color yellow mostly. So that could be it. But of course, here in Sweden, saffron beer is like obviously great for 13th of December when we celebrate Lucia. That's what they were aiming at, and they came out with an extremely nice beer. So if you haven't had this, try to get it if you are here in Sweden before it sells out. Maybe it has already. As soon as I saw it, I bought one and I've been saving it to do this video for Lucia, 13th of December. When would you add the saffron? Always when I try to add a new ingredient. The first time, I want to try to add it at like the boil or at the end of the boil, like a steeping, over pasteurizing temperatures to see what that gets me, because that's so simple. And if that's not good, you can try to add it later on. You can always like add more later on. It doesn't has to do just with saffron. Whatever ingredient you're basically like adding to spice up your beer, you could try to add it at boiling or flame out, and if that's not enough, you can always add more during the fermentation. But I'm guessing that's all for another video. If you like what I do here and want to support my channel, I have Patreon, channel members, or just buy me a beer. Links down below in the description. Cheers for all of you guys that are helping me put out these videos. Couldn't do it without you. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this video and leave a like before you leave. Cheers, thanks for watching. DrHans out.